Hello and welcome to episode 2. In this test, we're going to be going for the moon. Yes, this will be the preliminary flight for future attempts for any moon landings. The craft has been changed, as you can see here. We've gone for 12 engines instead of just 8 to accommodate the extra weight. But we've not used any extra fuel, so we've got that going for us, you know, keeping it green and whatnot. Instead of the 2 small boosters from last time, we've now got 4 larger boosters plus the centre engine, which will take us to the moon and hopefully all the way back as well. And on top of that, we've also added parachutes onto everything because we had complaints last time of solid booster rockets landing on trees. And yeah, we'll have a moment of silence. And the moment's over. But yeah, parachutes on everything. The last thing we need is to start smashing rockets into the planet's surface at God knows what speed. And besides, they can be reused now. Once we reach about 22,000, just under, we're going to launch the top stage again. Here we go. And we'll start our circularization. Once again, we've got Matwig commanding the vessel. It didn't take much persuading to get him back into the seat. All we had to do was give him a monkey beat to beat up. Yep, that's what he gets for stealing all the tea, right? Matwig certainly thought so. That's the first stage of booster rockets done. Activated the last one. Not long now and we will be in orbit. The way it's set up, we should be able to just burn straight to the moon without any messing about. The more messing about needed, the more fuel needed, and time. That's not very good, you see. So for the sake of using as little fuel as possible, here we go. Let's turn this on to ×4 and get it going. Matwig, of course, not fazed by the fact time is now moving 4 times for him. Clearly, being a veteran, this being his 2nd mission, most Kerbins never making it past their first. Anyone who does instantly becomes a veteran. And there we go, a nice low orbit set up. Might have to make a slight adjustment as we get closer to bring that from 20,000 down to around 5,000. Just spin it around so we're looking away. And there we go. Maybe a little too far. Let's bring that back out a bit. Matwig, of course, in complete control of the vessel. Looking forward to getting back to the command center so he can sit down with the rest of the guys for a round of coffee. Alright, don't flip me off. Tea. Yeah, that's it. You're smiling now, aren't you, Matwig? The moon does look pretty cool when you come in like this. It looks so small. And then as you get closer, you realise it's not small. It's getting bigger and it's going to hit you if you don't slow down. And this is it. Coming in, going to find a nice flat area. Matwig will make a beautiful landing. Ah. Looking at it from the side angle there, we could have a problem. That engine does look rather large, and the landing gear does look rather small. Well, I've just sent a message to Matwig. I think he'll receive it any second. No doubt he'll want to make a very, very slow landing. So if it does, in fact, land on the engine, it won't break it. The last thing we need is breaking the engine on the moon, because then we're just going to have to gather the science and use the little aerial to send it back and sacrifice the little Kerman. Because as we said in the last video, while Kermans are perfectly, reusable, disposable, You know, it's fine. Science isn't. So the last thing we want is to lose science. And besides, if we have to send another craft up to get that science, well, that's not very green, is it? Nice flat area here. Just keep slowing that down, Matwig, beautifully. You wouldn't want to land on a slope without any bloody landing gear. Good luck landing on there on your engine. Okay, that should do it. Bring it upright, little Kerbin. Wow, the light is now in one of his eyes, but he didn't even blink. I think he's possessed. That's it, bring it down nice and slow. If he hits the floor over 5 meters a second, I think the engine might suffer some damage. Obviously with very low gravity, it's not going to cause too much damage. Up on the moon, if this was back on the main planet, we'd be screwed right about now. We would have to jettison that bottom tank. That would be a rather large waste. And here we are, you can see the shadow approaching now. Last few seconds, and then we'll be down. And Matwig will descend gracefully from the top pod to get some samples and science. I think you might be slowing that down a little bit too much there, Matt. That's it. And now to see if we will land on the engine or the landing gear. It's going to be close. And we're on the engine. Look at the little legs just dangling there. That is amusing. Alright, come on, SAS, do your job. Okay, I think it's stopped. You're safe to get out, Matwig. Go and get a sample for us. Descend like a little butterfly from the sky onto the ground. And there we go. Successful mission. It's definitely a change from the usual way to get to the moon, which is big rocket. If we keep this up, we might be able to make interplanetary missions, which is the overall goal. And we are doing it, clearly, for Greensons. Oh yes. For Greensons. You heard me. Well, that's a flag planted. Get some samples, and we are back to do some science. Your job's done, Matt. Just take some instrument readings and come back to base. Get all the samples, all the sounds. Not much gravity, not much heat. Very, very little bits of seismic. And let's get this thing back home. Shouldn't take too long. Just burn straight out near enough. Not that way. We'll go the other way. Once we're back into orbit of the main planet, we'll go for the apoapsis and then reverse burn that straight back. Hopefully we'll be able to do it on the main engine. There can't be much fuel left in that thing. It'll be pretty close. But we shall see. And this whole mission has only just about taken over a day so far. If they ever develop this technology in real life, could be a nice little day out. Where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to the moon. 124,000. Oh well, this is why we have a secondary fuel tank. There we go. Now to put the fuel back into the secondary fuel tank. You can use that for slowing down or any little course corrections. And let's get back. Whoa, I always panic when I forget to turn the times speed down. I've had it before where I've had it on times 100,000 and the ship has gone through the planet and ejected out the other side, moving pretty damn quick. Can cause a lot of glitches. Just going to drop that bottom section off. There are no parachutes on the bottom section, but we're going to ignore that. I'm sure it will not land on a tree. We didn't see it. It's gone. Out of sight, out of mind. Peter, if you're watching this, you saw nothing. Just imagine it's a penguin. You didn't see anything. And that is a complete success. We're back home. Minimum fuel usage. I'm sure we've managed to save some trees on this journey. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you liked it. And now we're going to watch as Matwig gracefully descends from the ship like a little ballerina. Out you come, Matwig. Take a bow. There we go. Down. Oh, oh dear. He's just waving, guys. Just waving. He's